After nearly 3 weeks off, the Philadelphia Wings are back in action as they take on the team with the league's best record, the Buffalo Bandits. NLL action on PHL 17 is next.
Wings Lacrosse on PHL 17.
It's time, Philadelphia.
It's been a little while since we've had lacrosse here in South Philadelphia. 19 days since the Wings last played, 20 since they were last at home, but this is the site, Wells Fargo Center, the Wings hosting the Buffalo Bandits. Pleasant good evening. Welcome into this broadcast of Philadelphia Wings Lacrosse on PHL 17 alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson. I'm Andrew Mossbergs. We're so happy to be back. It's been 19 days since the Wings last played, almost 3 weeks. The question there, though, Scott, is it a good thing or a bad thing to have that much time off in the season?
Well, for the Philadelphia Wings, it's a good thing. This team was banged up on offense and banged up on defense. It's actually been the best thing for the defense because Frank Brown was out for a couple games, gets a couple extra weeks. Now he's back in the lineup. So you have big number 83 in the lineup to match up against the Buffalo Bandits.
So Frank Brown is coming back. There's two guys that have been in the lineup for every game this season. Boy, they've been productive. Blaze Reardon, and how about the captain, number 46, Kyle Matisse?
Kyle Matisse, the do-it-all guy for the Philadelphia Wings. He is a guy that leads by example. You see his categories. Well, he leads the team in almost every category. Most important, loose balls, 78, 16 caused turnovers as well. This guy gets it done on offense and defense. Coach Day thinks he's a most valuable candidate in the National Lacrosse League. This guy's exciting. Keep your eye on number 46.
And how about Blaze Reardon, a goal in every game this season?
Absolutely, the most consistent player on the Philadelphia Wings on the left-hand side. He does all the little things right. He makes everybody better around him, feeding, scoring, you name it. Blaze Reardon, he's been great for Philadelphia. Let's see him match up with Jordan Hall and Matt Rambo on that left side.
And then on top of that, now we shift our focus to the Buffalo Bandits. They are 9-2, Scott. They are a very good team. There's a lot of guys you could look at on this team and say, he's good, he's good, he's good. But you look at Sean Evans and Corey Small in particular, these guys are elite.
Two guys stand out for the Buffalo Bandits. It is Sean Evans, number 15. He's number 2 in the NLL in points. You see that. 23 goals, 46 assists. He's a passer first and a very sneaky scorer. So he's the best feeder in the National Lacrosse League. Look for number 15 to put some points on the board. And on the left-hand side, his complementary player, number 45, is Corey Small. This guy's been a wing killer. In the first game against the Wings, he had 5 goals and assists. Last game, he had 3 goals and 3 assists. He's the leading goal scorer for the Buffalo Bandits. And more than anything, the most important thing, the Wings need to stay out of the penalty box because Corey Small has 11 power play goals.
It's the Wings and Bandits' third and final game of the season, but first let's go downstairs. Our third voice of this broadcast, Aaron Dolan.
Well, the Wings have had nearly 3 weeks off to reset and refocus for the second half of the season. Head coach Paul Day said earlier this week that the team was a little banged up heading into the second half of the season, which is about to start, so they really need to focus going against the Buffalo Bandits, who are the best team in the league and also a rival to the Wings. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Aaron. The Wings and the Bandits. Wings still in search of their first win against the Bandits this season. They play the best in the NLL. Don't go away. The Wings and Bandits meet up next on PHL 17. Wings Lacrosse is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Let's go ahead and go down to Floorside. Aaron Dolan is with a Wings alum.
Thanks, Andrew. I am joined by alum Jeff Ratcliffe. Now, Jeff, you played for this team. You're part of a championship team. What do you miss most about playing for this team?
Well, obviously, you miss playing the games and rivalry games like Buffalo, but also just the locker room. I mean, just hanging with the guys, getting prepared, traveling. I mean, you miss that more so than being out there, but I definitely would like to be out there too.
Well, we're happy to have you back. Thanks. Back to you, Andrew.
All right, let's take a look at our starting goalies, brought to you by Inspira. Doug Buchan, and probably no surprise on the other side, Scott, Matt Vince is in between the pipes.
Right, well, He's undefeated between the pipes at 9-0. Pretty impressive. One of the best goaltenders of all time. Continues to climb up the ranks in his abilities. Just a hair under 80% save percentage. Quite impressive. And the Wings go with Doug Buchan. He's been the consistent leader in the net for the Philadelphia Wings. He's starting it again.
All right, let's go downstairs. Aaron's with Blaze Reardon.
Blaze, you're going against the best team in the league. What's the offensive plan for tonight?
Stick to the game plan, hard work, and trust.
Best of luck to you. Back to you, Andrew.
All right, so Blaze heads to the bench. We take a look at head coach Paul Day for the Wings. I'm sure he was happy he had those few weeks off, Scott, because as you mentioned in our open, time for the Wings to recover. Look at the other side, Rich Kilgore. He is one of two co-head coaches for the Bandits. John Tavares is the other, but Kilgore has been here the longer. There is John Tavares. Scott, you played this game for a long time. Is he one of the best?
He is one of the best. He played for 18 years. He retired at 38 years old. The two guys behind the bench for Buffalo played. They've got 4 championship rings under their belt. So you've got leaders that know how to win against the first place team in the National Lacrosse League, the Buffalo Bandits.
And we are underway. Wells Fargo Center, Philadelphia Wings home, sporting their home dark uniforms, road whites and secondary orange for the Bandits. Kyle Matisse comes in and gives it off to the front of the net just like that. Matt Vince is going to be challenged. The Wings have to do that in order to get past the best goaltender in the NLL.
Number 48, there he is, Matt Vince. Look at this offense to spread the ball out. Very dangerous passers, very crisp passers with great accuracy.
Shot on, Doug Buchan will make the stop. It rolled away from him, stays loosely, and Burns picks it up. One thing you'll learn if you watch any video about the Bandits is they're not lethal from just one spot on the floor. They can shoot on the left side, the right, they can march up the gut. That's why they're the best team in the league.
No doubt about it. Now, we talked about a lot of guys in the open. One guy we really didn't mention is number 21, Kevin Crowley. Look for 21, Crowley, the big cat, to have a night. He's had a great season so far for Philadelphia. 6
goals in the last weekend set of games against New England. To the front shot, that might have caught iron and then bounced into the safety netting. Wings' last game was a 17-11 loss to the New England Black Wolves back on February 17th. The night prior, they were in this building beating the Black Wolves.
And let's point out, Buffalo is a high-powered offense. They lead the National Lacrosse League in scoring. They're just under 15 goals a game. So these guys know how to put the ball in the back of the net. They shoot well. So look for them to find a recipe to beat Buchan at some point.
Liam Patton gallops up the floor. Into the zone, in front, Matisse untested, the shot, he scores! Captain Kyle Matisse with his 17th of the season. The Wings are up 1-0.
There he is, Mr. Do-It-All, Mr. Everything. Kyle Matisse sitting in front of the goal, gets behind Durston. Little fake finish for Matisse to start off the scoring for the Philadelphia Wings. Look at him get his spacing in front of the net, fakes to the right-hand side, little twister finish to the left. Great goal by the captain, Kyle Matisse.
No doubt Liam Patton's going to earn just his 3rd assist of the season, but great find from Patton. Matisse, nobody on top of him, one of the best players in the league this year. Paul Day recognizes that.
Shows his little craftiness. He did a backdoor cut on Durston. Durston's looking at the ball. You can't ball watch in the National Lacrosse League, especially against Kyle Matisse. He backdoored him for a great catch and finish in front of the crease.
We've seen the Wings do this before, scoring the first goal. They do it actually a good amount of times, but staying consistent. Buffalo will definitely come back at some point. The Wings just have to stay on the gas pedal. Dancing away from a hit, there's Corey Small, guy we talked about in our open, number 45 in the white uniforms. Tossed it over to Dane Smith. I guess you could say Smith is part of a triple-headed dog for the Bandits. He's got 66 points on the year, 50 of them are assists.
Now, one of the things the Wings have just dodged is they've dodged the bullet of scoring first. They scored first on Buffalo. Buffalo's 8-1 this season when they score first. So good thing Philadelphia got on the board.
There's all kinds of good numbers we're probably going to end up having to bring up when you talk about the Bandits in this telecast. They just do so many things well. Scott, another thing, they're up. When they are leading after 1 quarter, they are 4-0 on the road.
Yeah, no, impressive stats for the 9-2 Buffalo Bandits. I mean, they've got 3 players in the top 10 or right outside the top 10 in scoring. Rashawn Evans is number 2. Dane Smith is number 4 with 66 points. Corey Small's number 11, just outside of that top 10 with 53. So Evans with that 69 points. That's a dangerous trio of scorers for the Buffalo Bandits.
Matt Rambo on the other side, he's been pretty dangerous the last few games. Up top, shot is sealed away by the Bandits defense. Scooped up off the ground by Bryce Sweeting. Second in the National Lacrosse League for penalty minutes is Sweeting. Now Matisse. Near side, back up to Kevin Crowley, a guy you mentioned. Didn't talk about a lot yet. He is an impact player, big cat for a reason. Here he is. Oh, and it just tipped off the netting of his stick.
Very nice pick and roll. Popped himself open, just couldn't handle that pass. A great opportunity right there for Philadelphia.
Matisse almost returned the favor he got and gave it to Crowley in front. Nobody was on him. Doug Bucket almost stealed a pass from behind the net, but it's picked up by Sean Evans, and then he is taken down in the crease. Wings ball.
Not big in stature, but so dangerous is Sean Evans. This guy has had over 100 points 5 consecutive seasons. This is a guy that just knows how to rack up points. He feeds first and also can finish.
5'8", 175, you're right. Evans not the kind of stature you think when you talk about intimidating presence, but he can do it. Shot on, oh, what a save by Matt Vince. That's gonna be one of many. Just that kind of player. 799 save percentage this season.
Saving the Rocket almost 80%. That's quite impressive.
Doug Buchan is showing off a little on his end as well. Smith riding on top of Gutterding. He'll flag it out to Patton.
Steph Charbonneau doing his job so well. Ground ball, taking pressure, clearing the ball.
Matisse from the near side, just 5 minutes in. Glad you could join us on PHL 17. Scott Gabrielson, Aaron Dolan, Andrew Mossbrooks. This Wings and Bandits broadcast.
Reset for Philadelphia. Great dive by Reardon. Hit the pipe, reset for the shot clock.
In front, oh, shot and a big hit. Down goes Reardon, and he got a shot on that, and then he was stopped for his troubles. Matt Spenger hands off to Small, he'll wait, and his pass falls out of the stick, and Ryan Wagner there to steal. Gives it, here's Trevor Baptiste. One-on-one with the defender, Baptiste in, left side, and he'll peel off. Back to Evans, he cracks it in on Vince, makes a stop.
Smart play by Baptiste, took the shot, or pulled it out so they didn't get the shot. Got the right personnel on the floor, but turned it over.
Picked up by Kevin Brownell. Played college lacrosse with Matisse at Robert Morris University, where Matisse is a Hall of Famer for that school. And there is Chris Cloutier, number 2 shot, misses the net. Well, how can we not talk about that? Chris Cloutier, 2nd overall pick in the 18 entry draft. The Wings trade him just a few games into the season for Ryan Wagner.
Story to talk about right there. Wagner's number 94 on the defensive end for Philadelphia. Cloutier, number 2 for Buffalo. Big trade. He's playing tonight against, I guess, what he can call a nemesis now.
Yeah,
the
already.
team, right? The team that traded him.
The team that drafted him. Here's Josh Courier up top. He stutter steps. Cuts to the front. His shot blocked. Gets his own rebound, and 2 blocks from the Buffalo Bandits defense. Courier will get it again before he's smushed up into the boards.
Steve Parolo, the captain, right there with the ground ball, pushing the ball up the floor. This guy is somebody to watch on defense. He does it all too. 6'5", 235 pounds. He's going to be a bruiser on defense, and he's also a guy that can push the transition and score when you need him to.
Leads the league in defensive scoring. Does Priola. Turn around, Buchan just trying to square up, shot, they score. Well, Matt Gilray, an unlikely hero perhaps. Or rather, that's Thomas Hogarth. Well, he's not so unlikely. 24th of the season for Hogarth. It's a 1-1 game.
Hogarth, nice crafty play. Doesn't have his forehand, so he does a little backward shot, flips it to his backside. A little underhand, backhand shot. Beats Buck into that right-hand pipe. Take a look at it again. 2 hands on the stick, never switches hands. gets to that lefty backhand and just fires it in. Nice goal by Hogarth.
What were you saying about C. Priola, 6'5", 235? This guy is 6'3", 205, so Hogarth can push his way to the front of the net as well.
Yep. Finds a spot right in front of that crease. Found it. Put the ball in the net. Nice goal, Buffalo.
Nice win by Trevor Baptiste as well. He was in a dog pile of Bandits, but gets it down. Then some physical stuff. Here it comes. Pushing around behind the net. The Bandits are going to walk it out. Here's Brownell again. That was Anthony Joachim who was involved in the mix-up. Pushing around, shot, miss. 13 seconds to go on the shot clock. Buffalo gets their own rebound. Small with a shot. That one will catch Plexi. Then behind the shot. Oh, what a goal. Big shot, big goal. Chase Fraser, 20th of the season. The Bandits are up 2-1.
Great rebound play by Fraser. Opportunistic goal right there. You see it come off the pads. Let's look at it again. Small takes the shot. It goes off the boards, but Fraser's there to get that rebound. Sets up his angle right at goal line extended. Watch this rebound. Jumps, does not hit the crease, puts it on that far hand pipe over Buchan's shoulder. Great goal by Chase Fraser.
Doug Buchan did everything he could too. He went from going down to squaring up as tall as he could. A great leap in the air for Fraser, able to make it 2-1, and then Baptiste with another draw win. So 6:45 to go in the opening quarter. Wings want to try and get that game back to where they had the 1-0 lead.
Fraser scores the goal, then takes the face-off. Baptiste beat him, but Fraser, the third-year player for Buffalo.
Errant pass well wide of Crowley. Sweeting will pick it up instead. We mentioned that Sweeting is second in the league in penalty minutes. Liam Patton is ahead of him in first with 37. Maybe those two could be a mix-it-up kind of match to keep an eye out on. Small gives it up top. Shot. Buchan with a very good stop on Sweeting. Here come the Wings.
Dylan Evans with a great ground ball. We talk about the defense getting healthy. It's been very helpful. Here's Wagner corralling that loose ball. But Brown, Wagner, Evans, Charbonneau, Anthony Joachim. I mean, it's good to have the Wings defense healthy again, matching up with this potent offense of Buffalo.
Here they go. Burns being hustled with. And he'll have to feed it off. Excuse me, that's Gutterding rather. And it looks like we will get a stoppage. 5:34 to go. We've played a lot of lacrosse already. Still no TV timeouts, but now we'll go to one. The Wings score first. The Bandits score two. They're up. We'll be back. This presentation of Philadelphia Wings lacrosse on PHL 17 is brought to you by Play Golden 777, the new scratch-off from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. By Under Armour. And by Yuengling, traditional lager. 5:34 to go in the opening quarter. Bandits up 2-1 on the Philadelphia Wings, and you can join the Wings as they celebrate the most passionate fans in the National Lacrosse League when they face off against the New England Black Wolves Saturday, March 23rd. It's Fan Appreciation Night at Wells Fargo Center. Get ready for giveaways, prizes, and even more surprises because this is for the fans. Get your tickets at wingslax.com or by calling 215-952-LAX1 now.
And before that, Reed, you saw the most passionate fan, Chopper, the legendary fan.
That's right.
With his face painted. Great to see him leading the cheers here at the Wells Fargo Center.
Great to see that we recognize some of the fans. You can go vague and say the best fans, but when you can identify fans, when Choppers become a household name in this building, before it was even Wells Fargo Center, it was Wachovia Arena. What are some other names? You played in it.
Right, First Union Center,
yeah.
Core State Center.
It was originally
started off at the Spectrum.
Right, and it was originally going to be named Spectrum 2. They were actually giving pins away and everything. They were going to call it Spectrum 2, and then it changed and changed and changed and changed.
And now it is the new home of the new Philadelphia Wings 3.0, and a goal right there, Kevin Crowley.
Big Cat, 2-2. Crowley buries his 17th of the year.
Nice to see it. Here's the two-man game. Nice pick and roll here. Great seal pick by Crowley. Catches it backhand. Little fake finish to that near pipe. Watch it. Pushes Sweeting off. Great catch, backhand catch, and turn and shot all in one movement. Just shows how talented that guy is, Kevin Crowley. What a play, what a goal for Kevin Crowley. As you said, again, his 17th goal on the season. And again, the do-it-all captain, Kyle Matisse, with the helper. Beautiful pick and roll for the two big players for Philadelphia.
Goal and an assist for Matisse already in this game, and Kevin Crowley, you kind of knew he's not going to be held off the scoreboard too long. So we go to the center, Nick Weiss and Trevor Baptiste. Baptiste will win it. He always does. Matisse holds on.
We talk about Kyle Matisse having 17 loose balls on the for the team. Baptiste has 86 loose balls. A lot of those
Just a little
are
different.
face-offs, but still, he's so vital to win those face-offs, but also getting those ground balls out in the middle of the field.
Yeah, there's a great story written last week on the Shadow League about Baptiste's background in sports. He almost drowned as a kid before he became a tremendous swimmer. His college background, the University in Denver, more. That was all written by Alejandro Denoy. So check that out online.
Yep, from the region. He's a New Jersey kid, so knows Philadelphia. Proud to play for the Philadelphia Wings after spending those college times out west, but happy to have him back.
We're late in the first quarter. We'll go on another break. All right, 2-2 game late in the first. Let's go downstairs. Aaron Dolan is with Paul Day.
Coach, how is the momentum after the break?
Good. You know what? We had a good start. Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the league, so we're making sure we compete against them. And, we're playing pretty well on both ends. Both of our goals come off some really good picks, so doing a little better job on rebounds on our end.
And being the best team in the league, you faced off against them twice this season. What can you take going away from those games?
The crazy thing is in our 2 games against them, we've won the 5-on-5 game against them. So the settled play, we're +3. It's one of our main focuses here, stay disciplined, play them 5-on-5, because in 2 games we've beaten them in the 5-on-5 game.
Great, thank you, Coach. Back to you, Andrew.
Coach Day always so elaborate. I love hearing him talk because he breaks the game down, and you don't see him to be the kind of guy that's just going to yell and scream and bark players' heads off. He's diligent, he's calm, good presence for a young team.
Absolutely, and strategic. He knows what he's doing. He is always coaching, always teaching. One of the things that he points out is that 5-on-5, so they're +3 points when they're 5-on-5. Where they have been beaten so bad by the Buffalo Bandits is when they take penalties. Because the Buffalo Bandits' power play is so strong, that's where they lose ball games. So if they can continue to play consistent and error-free or penalty-free, should be a good outcome for Philadelphia.
Bandits have scored a power play goal in 10 of the 11 games they've played this season. You're just now tuning in. Kevin Crowley got the game tied. He's one of 3 players on this team, along with Kyle Matisse and Josh Courier. All have 17 goals, and Crowley didn't play in the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah, he's a guy that led the National Lacrosse League in goals last year with 51. Crowley knows how to fill up the net, and he's done quite well so far for Philadelphia. And so far broke the ice already tonight.
Liam Patton trots around the line with a little over 3 minutes to go. Shots 10-7 in favor of Buffalo. Score is 2-2. Matisse cranked it back to Gutterding, and then Rambo has it. Over on shot, and that one missed the net. Effort from Frank Brown back in the lineup.
Back in the lineup shows what his versatility. Frank Brown plays is normally a defender, but he's playing offense tonight, really playing both ways. The Hobart College All-Star was the all-time leading scorer, the Offensive Player of the Year for Hobart College.
He won 8 awards in his senior year alone at Hobart. Oh, there's Ryan Wagner. Here we go again. Wagner full steam ahead. Breakaway, and he couldn't corral the ball. Deja vu from his breakaway and his debut with the Wings, Scott.
Nice play, though. Caused turnover, ground ball Didn't have the opportunity on the fast break, but gets the offense on the floor, and here comes that 5-on-5 that Coach Day's talking about.
Josh Courier from the left side. He'll dance to the front of the net. Vince swallows up another prime opportunity, and he'll airmail it out. Might be a breakaway on the other side. And it is shot. Buchan makes a very good stop. He robs Ethan O'Connor. And then a big hit. Dane Smith using all of his size 6+ on Steph Charbonneau.
Nice save by Buchan. Failed to clear the ball.
Got a bit of a goaltender's duel going on in the first here. Up top, and Buchan's going to use part of his armpit, I believe, to smother that one out. Teasel trying ahead.
Frank Brown down low. Two big bodies on that right-hand side.
We're not used to seeing Brown out there, but he'll be a big addition here as we go to under a minute in the opening quarter. Loose ball. The Wings are going to pick it up themselves. They'll have a fresh 30. Actually, they have to leave it, and the Bandits pick it up. All sorts of confusion right in front of the Wings crease. Doug Buchan isn't sure what they're going to call out of this, and they will give it to the Bandits but force them back out of the zone. We get another stoppage here. Are they calling a penalty on Buffalo? No.
Let's see what it is.
Buffalo, 2-minute bench minor, illegal substitution.
Oh, they are. Well, John Tavares isn't very happy about it, but the Wings certainly are. They get to go to the power play.
Mental error by Buffalo. Too many men on the floor. Normally you try to shoot that offensive front door to get that break. Well, they got caught going a little too early. Philadelphia on the power play.
Ian McKay is the guilty party. Transition player for the Bandits. Wings have an opportunity to get a last-minute goal and take the lead. This one will bounce wide, and then Matisse scoops it up once more. Fresh 30 for Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, this is one area that they're trying to improve quite significantly. They're last in the league on the power play. Let's see if they can get one right before the end of the first quarter.
And the Bandits offer the league's second-best penalty kill, so a couple of mismatched numbers, but Philadelphia, as you mentioned, trying to buck the trend. Courier with a shot. Vince got a piece of it. And Buffalo, shorthanded, will take it to the buzzer. In front, oh, thank goodness the buzzer rang when it did. Steve Priolo was set up point blank. I'm not sure Buchan's going to get credit for a save at the end there, but otherwise he has made 10 saves on 12 shots. Vince, 8 saves on 10. Both teams with 2 goals. Crowley and Matisse have broke through for Philadelphia. When we come back, second quarter, you're watching Wings Lacrosse on PHL 17. Second quarter is going to start in just a moment. 2-2, the score between the Wings and the Bandits. Watch The Big Bang Theory this week for your chance to win a trip to LA to see the movie premiere of Shazam. Weeknights at 6:30 and 7, right here on PHL 17. So 2-2 the score. You can see Doug Buchan coordinating some instructions. He deserves to be able to say that. He and Matt Vince were terrific in the first quarter.
Yes, they have been. It has been a goalie battle, and they are all even in regards to shots on goal and saves. Each goalie has seen 12 shots, and each goalie has made 10 saves. Here's Vince. He's had a lot of shots right on top of him, but Buchan has answered at the other end. He's stopping him from outside, and he's stopping him from inside. Great to see him being the big blocker that he is so far tonight.
Take a look at one more. And also we saw some physicality in that first half. You can see Matt Vince and Doug Buchan. Well, Vince, he's only in his 14th year in the National Lacrosse League, over 11,000 minutes in net. Doug Buchan, not a senior, just 24 years of age, and he earned his first win in the NLL a few weeks back.
They consider him a rookie in this league. He's been playing really well. He is a big body in there, over 300 pounds, fills the net quite well, and it's been a nice goalie performance for both teams tonight as we're knotted at 2 starting this second quarter.
That fan reminded me that St. Patty's Day is coming up. Just, what is that, Sunday, I believe? Not this Sunday, the following. Do you do anything on St. Patty's Day?
St. Patty's Day, absolutely.
I assume just a glass of water. And Pat.
Green beers flowing.
Trevor Baptiste gives it to Kyle Matisse. We're underway here. Delayed penalty already on the Bandits. And keep in mind, still a power play going for the Wings. And I think they're about to go up by 2.
Nick Weiss, I think, is going to get with a cross check. Might have been up in the neck. Let's listen.
Buffalo, 2 minutes, leave a cross check. Under his
There it is, Weiss. You heard the ref, under his chin. He doesn't believe it. Let's take a look at it. Weiss not happy with it. Let's take number 20 right there. That may not be it. Okay. Okay, there it is. There it is on the face-off. That's the penalty right there.
And the Wings will score. Power play goal. Who else? Blaze Reardon. 17th of the year. It's 3-2 Philadelphia.
What a well-needed goal on the power play for Philadelphia, and it's delivered by number 10, Blaze Reardon. Look at that little flip behind the back by Jordan Hall, the crafty veteran. Reardon sets up, catch, reaches around Vince, catches that far pipe. Look at the little flip behind, reaches his stick around. Nice little sweeping shot with the lefty, buries it. Great goal, Blaze Reardon. As you said, 17th on the season, and Hall, the assistant captain, with the assist. Great job. That's his 27th on the year. Hall's second in scoring on the team. That's his 34th point.
Now 4 Wings with 17 goals. And keep in mind, that was a 5-on-3 goal, so Gabes, they remain on the power play 5-on-4. Chance for Philadelphia to double the lead, go up 4-2. Crowley to Hall, back, Crowley waits, nice back pass. Courier with a shot, and Vince will smother aside.
What a great pass by Crowley from all the way across, behind his back. Frozen rope right on the stick of his teammate. Good save by Vince.
Short-handed, this gives an opportunity for Evans to kind of hold on, but he throws one toward the net, and Duck Buchan makes a stop. And then Evans meets the glass, and a couple of Wings will tangle him up. Steph Charbonneau and Liam Patton all over him, and they're going to call a penalty, I believe, against Philadelphia.
Just shows how tough Evans is, though. Taking cross checks, being sandwiched by 2 defenders, and he comes out of it with an inside roll, almost scores. Just shows the talent of number 15, Sean Evans, in his 14th season. This guy, just year in, year out, gets it done.
Philadelphia, 2 minutes for holding.
They had some good defense on him, a nice sandwich move. They're putting Steph Charbonneau in the box. They held him a little too long against the boards. Referees saw it as a hold. Charbonneau in the box.
We go 4-on-4 for about 35 seconds, and then Buffalo will have some time on a power play, but it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Blaze Reardon, Schewel next to him, shot on, they score! Blaze Reardon, or rather, Anthony Joachim. Joachim with his 4th goal of the season, 4-on-4, and it's 4-2.
SHO, short-handed goal here, Philadelphia. Look at Anthony Joachim here, number 33, the St. Joe's University local product. Delivers on the fast break. Great little fake to the far, finishes near. So difficult to do that. Great fake finish by Anthony Joachim. Well done.
Just his 4th goal of the season. Joachim, 2nd in school history for games played at St. Joe's, the local boy, getting the crowd wild up here in South Philadelphia.
Great job to contribute on the offensive end for Joachim. He has 48 loose balls, shows what he can do so well, but he also is 3rd on the team in caused turnovers with 12. Well done, 33. Way to get in the scoring column.
Watch out the other way. Chase Frazier had it already, has been on the score sheet today. 10 seconds of 4-on-4, and then we'll have a little over a minute and change for the Bandits to work on their man advantage. Evans on, and Duck Bucking with another stop. The Bandits have more first period goals, or first quarter goals rather, than any team in the NLL. The Wings limited them to just 2. They've also scored more goals in the league than anybody by a mile.
Great ride and forecheck by Buffalo to turn it over.
And you can see the Wings limiting Buffalo. No goals in the last, well, now 8 minutes. Back pass to Evans. He holds on a little bit. It is a power play now for the Bandits. They get to go to work with the league's 4th best man advantage. The Wings own the 3rd best penalty kill. And now it's going to be Wings ball.
And they are dangerous on the power play. But great kill by Philadelphia, who's a penalty kill 3rd in the league.
They've got 20 seconds in a shot clock, 25 in the kills, so Buffalo will more than likely get a possession before the PK expires for the Wings. And Matt Rambo happy to dance the time off. And then he throws one toward the net. That missed. Doug Bucking is coming out. Gunnerding shot, he scores! How about Justin Gunnerding? His first NLL goal. It's 5-2 Philadelphia.
Great to see it. Way to go, Gut. Great shot, great goal. The rookie from Duke. Well done. This guy's prolific scorer in college. Trying the indoor game. Coach Day loves his talent. This is what the guy does. He just plays his game. Take your shot when you got it, young man. Here he goes. Just pastes that corner right along the pipe right there. Gets it under that left-hand glove of Vince. Well done, 14. Justin Gunnerding with his first career goal as a Philadelphia Wing.
Or I neglect to mention, that was another short-handed goal. Scott, they've got 2 in this game. They only had 2 all season prior to tonight.
That is very helpful for a team when you can score goals when it's a 5-on-4 situation or you're 4-on-5. And Gunnerding just delivered. Well done.
Well, Coach Day was talking about how the Wings have won a lot of 5-on-5 battle against the Bandits. It's been special teams that has kind of let them down. In this game, they're doing good 5-on-5, and their special teams are doing very well. The veteran Jordan Hall will spin to the front, and then he'll be shoved off. Here come the Bandits shoveling out of their own territory. Matt Gilray holds on before he is swarmed upon. Ball falls out. Got a loud crowd here tonight in South Philly. Shot on Doug Bucking with another good stop. Denies Thomas Hogarth of what would have been his second goal of the game.
Looks like we're gonna have too many men on the floor again for Buffalo. Let's take a listen.
Buffalo 2-minute bench minor, illegal substitution.
There it is, little sloppy for Buffalo right there. John Tavares, a little miffed. Ian McKay, the in-home, is gonna sit it out. John Tavares and Rich Kilgore not happy with that.
Those are mental mistakes, right, Gabes?
Yes, they are.
Second time in this game. That doesn't happen too often, that you're burned twice for the same kind of mental error, but the Wings can certainly take advantage. They're up by 3, they'd love to make it 4. Shot, oh, Vince able to sprawl to the left side, make a good stop. High up was Matisse for that, he might give it another go. And now the rotation begins. Carousel effect, Matisse toward the front of the net from an angle. That one missed. Doug Bucking comes out of his net to hand off to Hall.
It was a save, therefore no over and back. Great save by Vince. He's using that left hand to just block those shots.
Courier at the goal line, gives it off, back to Matisse. Here's the shot, Reardon missed. Pops out and it's Bandits ball.
Wow, it just shows how quick that Vince is just to make that save. Reardon thought he had that far corner. It just disappeared real quick.
Captain Steve Priola out there, he's been around for so long. Actually played with Tracy Kelusky when he was still in Buffalo and played for John Tavares when he was playing for the Bandits. And then more rough stuff. The crowd in Philly likes it. Bandits continue to kill. They have 35 seconds left while shorthanded.
Buffalo still dangerous even with a man down on a 4-on-5 situation. Evans is very slippery. Smith's trying to post up in front on Jokum.
Jokum doing a good job of making sure he tangles Smith up. Shot clock runs out on the Wings will have it, and as they go to pick it up, it's going to be 13 seconds left on their shot clock, but I believe we will take a TV timeout. 9:01 to go in the second quarter. Wings have been taking it to the Bandits. They're up 5-2. We're in the second quarter. Wings are up 5-2. Half Price Hot Tubs is bringing the sizzle seats to each Wings home game with a hot tub paradise on the mezzanine level. Check that out. And your home can become a paradise too. Half Price Hot Tubs is giving away a hot tub to a lucky fan. Register for your chance to win at halfpricehottubs.com. I don't know how much more fun you can have at a game. It's 5-2 Wings with 9:01 to go in the second quarter. This is an important game for Philadelphia. You look where they are in the standings. No room for error at this point, Scott.
Absolutely. Well, you know, Philadelphia is an expansion franchise. Let's remember that as they sit at 2-8 against the 9-2 Buffalo Bandits, as you see, is the #1 record in the entire National Lacrosse League. The West is pretty, even across the board. Look at that. So again, Buffalo is such a strong team, and Philadelphia is on top of them right now. So it just shows the talent that Philadelphia has, where they can play with anybody on any given night.
Yeah, in all likelihood, I think it's only going to get tougher in the East Division beyond this season. You've got the New York Riptide coming in. Halifax Thunderbirds and Nova Scotia will be playing. In front shot, and then Matisse taken down from behind. Vince is arguing with an official. Play carries on.
Nice look on that backhand side. Vince just got a piece of it.
Doug Buchan with a couple of good stops. Here come the Wings. Ryan Wagner will wait for a moment.
Smart play by Wagner. Didn't have the break, pulled it out. Let's get the offensive personnel on the floor. Matt Rambo with the ball.
9 points in the weekend against New England for Rambo. Had a hat trick in the first game against them. He goes for a goal there, but that's swallowed up by Vince. Good breakup on an errant pass from Courier, but it's numbers for the Bandits. Ian McKay missing that opportunity. Here's Aaron Schul. He hands it off. Liam Patton was stripped to the ball by Martin, Justin Martin, and then Martin goes down. A couple players on top. Liam Patton has his knee on top of Justin Martin. Maybe that kind of game. Don't forget, the old Wings and Bandits, they were some pretty tough rivals for one another.
No doubt. No love lost between these two teams. They know this is a game that's circled on your calendar. Buffalo, Philadelphia. Love it.
And a misread pass. Both teams look a little rusty. Buffalo had a bye week in last week's slate of NLL action, and they average over 14 goals a game. The lowest they've scored in a game this season is 12. But right now, they're only on pace for about 7.
Well, we talk about in the open, the time off that the Wings have had. I like the energy that they have today. They are all over the floor, and it's showing. That rest did them well.
And on the other side, the Bandits also had some rest. Not as much, but Scott, they just don't look like they're ready for the Wings offense.
Well, backs against the wall for Philadelphia, sitting at 2-8, really at the bottom of the standings in the Eastern Division. So we like it. Some new faces. There's one of them, Gutterding, 14. See if you get some other guys in the scoring column.
Justin Gutterding did score his first goal in the National Lacrosse League earlier. Matt Rambo's shot knocks the stick out of the hands for a defender. Then he gets it and he scores! Matt Rambo! 12th of the season, it's 6-2 Wings.
#1 Rambo on the board. Look at that combination. Gutterding to Rambo. Two of the best players in the college ranks last year. Duke and Maryland respectively connect tonight on a beautiful twister shot by Rambo. Look at this handle. Catch the ball. He's a lefty on the right-hand side. He reaches over, twists that shot, picks that upper right-hand corner. What a beautiful goal by Matt Rambo, and a better assist by Justin Gutterding to find him on that far side.
All of a sudden, Gutterding is starting to find his rhythm in the indoor game, box lacrosse. Baptiste with another win. And Trevor Baptiste is going to march in, give it a cross shot, missed. I keep wondering, because he's done that a few times this season, wins a draw and then runs it ahead. When is Baptiste going to get that first goal?
It's coming, it's coming. What a great look, though. Almost a beautiful assist by Baptiste. Takes the ball past goal line extended, but finds Matisse on the backhand side for a great shot.
Bandits in the zone, and they are down by 4. Trying to find their response. 5 unanswered goals from Philadelphia. Evans on the left wing. Repped it back, and oh, that caught iron. Big shot effort from Thomas Hogarth. Doug Buchan getting a little bit of help from his friend.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he's done a lot of work himself too tonight. Sean Evans all sorts of tangled and discombobulated with the wings.
Great defense by Liam Burns. Big East Defensive Player of the Year at Marquette, showing it right there with a great check on Evans in front of the net.
Bandits get it the other way. Transition play. Run back and stop. Oh, pass. Loose ball. Wings pick it up. Miller gets it out, or rather Frank Brown, then Wagner, and his high pass is caught. Wagner's gonna head off. He does a lot of really nice little things. I'm glad you mentioned him as much as you have, Scott. Because Wagner, yeah, he's not gonna score a goal every time, but he's doing so many other things that are allowing, as you said earlier, getting the ball into the offensive zone, giving the offense a chance to go to work.
Yeah, there's a great up and out by Frank Brown to Wagner, pushing it up. Just showing the athleticism out of that defensive end, out of that back door for Philadelphia.
Chase Frazier in, shot, he scores. It was 5 unanswered for Philly, but Frazier breaks the spell, his second of the game and 21st of the season at 6-3.
Do not give him time and room from outside. Watch Frazier, number 95, late pickup by Matisse, sees that lower corner and just peppers it. Watch this again, can just see a little bit of the net. He just puts it right underneath Buchan's glove. Great goal by Frazier.
4:31 to go in the half, so the Wings, all they need to do is just not let it be the start of a game, of a run. And that's what the game of lacrosse often features, it's runs. The Wings finished up a 5-goal run of their own, but they'd like to start anew. Still up by 3.
And Frazier doing it all, scores the goal, then takes the face-off, and Buffalo gets possession.
And then Doug Buchan on bended knee actually makes an unorthodox stop with his left leg. And for Doug Buchan, give him credit, 18 saves on 21 shots. Wings are up 6-3 late in the second quarter. (6-3) Wings over the Bandits late in the second quarter. Let's go downstairs. Aaron Dolan's chatting with Bandits head coach Rich Kilgore.
Coach, you are the powerhouse in this entire league, but right now you have 5 unanswered points. What do you need to see from your team?
We just got to pick it up a little bit. I think we came in here a little overconfident, expecting Philly to lay down for us, and they're definitely not laying down for us. So we have to pick it up and just play some bandit ball, and we'll be all right.
And is picking up your offensive plan? What is your defensive plan?
Yeah, the O just has to go a little bit harder. They got to get through the middle, do the stuff that makes them successful. On defense, we got to talk a little bit more. We're letting guys get to the net way too easy. So, like I said, we're just flat. We got to find a way to pick it up right now.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you, Andrew.
What I always said when I played the game, when we played for the Philadelphia Wings in those championship years, we said, don't read your press clippings, right? Don't think you're too good. Don't think you're better than you are. Rich Kilgore saying that right now. These guys came in not thinking Philadelphia was going to, play as hard as they are, and right now they're up 6-3.
Wings almost making it 7-3. If you watch the games with the Wings, that's the thing. If you'll watch film, you'll know the Wings are better, I think, than their record would indicate. We talked about that earlier in the season 2 games, but how many of these games they've lost have they been within a couple goals of, had leads in the fourth quarter? A lot of them.
Yes, most of them. And again, this is a young team. It's a startup, expansion team. They lost a couple games late in games that they probably should have won.
Well, now we're going to get a confrontation. Matt Vince makes a good stop and Kevin Crowley would like to come together. He'll be chatted off by Mitch DeSnoo, number 12, and then 21, Justin Martin. See what comes of this. A Bandit player is being escorted to the penalty box, but I think a Wings man is going to go with him.
Looks like it's going to be Nick Weiss is going for Buffalo, and then the Big Cat 21 for Philadelphia. Buffalo will take that trade all day long. Anytime they
Buffalo
can get
penalty,
one of
2 minutes for holding. Philadelphia penalty, 2 minutes for roughing.
So anytime that a hold can lead into a roughing and you can get Kevin Crowley off the floor, that is a win for your team and for Buffalo. So Weiss did his job, and they take a player off that's got 32 points on the season.
As opposed to Weiss with 8 points. So you're right, exactly. The match certainly does favor Buffalo. 11 games of 18 going into tonight. This is Buffalo's 12. Take a look at that. Have not scored fewer than 5 goals and a half all season long. They do still have time, though. It's important to mention that. 3:20 to go in the second. Third and final meeting of the year. These two teams met on opening night, the rebirth of the Philadelphia Wings, and it was spoiled by Buffalo, a 17-15 game.
Wagner playing without a stick. He broke his shaft in half on Nate Smith. Great defense by Wagner.
Had to make sure Doug Buchan was okay. He was taken down along with his net going off. He appears fine. Wings operate in the attacking zone. Second home game for the Wings against the Bandits. The only road contest was a 14-10 defeat at KeyBank Center. High shot, catches Plexi and misses. The Wings and Bandits both benefit from NHL ownership. Nagula Sports Entertainment for Buffalo, owners of the Sabres, and the Wings, of course, by Comcast.
And that first game here, which was the inaugural game of Wings 3.0, Buffalo really snuck out of here with the victory. Although it was 17-15, they scored an empty netter late, and they scored the go-ahead goal with seconds to go. Got them, the teams actually going in 2 different directions. Buffalo continuing on their winning ways, and then Philadelphia, unfortunately, losing several.
Bandits have won 5 in a row. Wings want to snap that. Oh, behind the net chance. Picked up, rebound, loose. Where is it? Matt Vince is sitting on his keister as he stopped it. In front on the shot was Frank Brown. And that's a save.
Shows the versatility of Frank Brown, a defensive player, but was the NEC Offensive Player of the Year at Hobart. Guy that knows how to score goals. Shows the confidence that Coach Day has in Frank Brown to play both offense and defense tonight for Philadelphia.
A lot of shots missing the net on both sides. A lot of missed passes, too, between both teams. A little bit of rust there. There's a little bit of physicality. Liam Patton picks it up in his own crease. Drifts out to Charbonneau. So Charbonneau will stroll around mid-floor. Gives it off the goal line for Courier. Welsh Courier wait. Over the top shot on. Matt Vince makes the stop. Here come the Bandits. High shot, good block. Jordan Hall getting in the way of Mitch DeSnoo's lane. Under a minute to go in the half. Justin Gutterding would love to add to the collection. 1 already, looking for 2, and his 5-hole effort stopped by Vince. Meanwhile, other side, all back and forth. Here we go, shot and they score. Big tally from Ethan O'Connor, his 4th of the season, and it's 6-4.
O'Connor, the transition player, pushing the ball down the floor, doing what he's supposed to do. Nobody picked him up. He took the shot. Look at that 5-hole, opened up for him. He took it. O'Connor with the big goal. Again, looking for an offensive cutter. Nobody comes. Low to low shot. Beats Buchan between the legs. That 5-hole, as we call it. Nice goal by Ethan O'Connor. More of a defensive and transition player. His 4th of the season.
Under a minute to go in the half. Wings have given up the last 2 goals of this game. Baptiste wins it ahead to himself. The shot, Vince in the splits, and he stops Baptiste, who's hunting for another one.
Like the shot, fast break. Nobody picked him up. He tried to go five hole as well. Vince blocked it.
Well, I think when you try to aim, should I go 5, should I go high? It's hard with Matt Vince because he can stop so much. 5th all-time in NLL for saves. Ahead of him in 4th, Dallas Elliott. Former Philly wing as that ball rolls on the outside of the net. Airmail, oh great, oh, Steph Charbonneau had it, and then he is brought to a halt.
Coach Paul Day calls timeout with 7.9 seconds left. Look for him to pull Doug Buchan out of the goal, get on a 6-on-5 situation, see if they can put another point on the board before halftime.
Paul Day actually cracked a smile there just a moment ago. I do have to think thus far he's been very happy with his team's effort. Timeout called by the Wings. 11 teams in the NLL, 6 in the East, 5 in the West. Top 4 in each division will be the teams to make the playoffs. See the Wings and Nighthawks both at the bottom of the barrel. Unfortunately, Philadelphia doesn't meet Rochester anymore this year.
Outside looking in for Philadelphia, trying to break in, but it's really kind of like that second half of the season for them. Different in the West because they're all bunched up, but in Philadelphia, Philadelphia has to go on a run to win a number of games and hopefully see if New England Black Wolves can falter.
Yeah, a total of 3.5 games separating 1st through 5th in the Western Division.
Okay, they reset the clock to 8.5 seconds. You've got Matisse back that's going to start with the ball, push it up the floor quickly. No, you don't. Matisse is up at the point.
Oh, here we go. Wow, full steam ahead. Jordan Hall had to. Wings in front to the buzzer, and they won't get another. So the Bandits are going to end the half with the last 2 goals. However, they trail 6-4, and it is the second time this season that Buffalo has trailed at the half. Wings had a lot of great performances, not just your Kyle Matisse and Kevin Crowleys of the world. Justin Gutterding getting one. How about Matt Rambo? Blaze Reardon again, scoring in all now 11 games for the Wings.
Yep, great job. And just it's, goaltending did it so far. Great job by both goaltenders, Matt Vince and Doug Buchan.
Yeah, both tenders have seen 24 shots, and Doug Buchan has actually outplayed Matt Vince for the time being. He owns 20 saves, Vince with just 18. As we'll go downstairs, Aaron Dolan is chatting with Ryan Wagner.
Ryan, you played for the Bandits earlier this season, so what offensive advantage do you have tonight?
You get to see practice with them every week, so you know their tendencies, how they run the offense, and we plan accordingly on the back end. And we had a heck of a start, just got to carry that into the second half.
And now you're up 2 goals against the best team in the league. How did this happen tonight?
It just starts with our goaltending. Dougie's been standing on his head, and then it starts with the D, and we've been sticking to our systems, running the ball down the floor, and hey, the old guys are just putting it in the net, and that's always a plus.
Best of luck to you. Back to you, Andrew.
Maybe this performance feels a little better than some others. Ryan Wagner and his Wings up over his former team, the Bandits. We've got halftime coverage in just a little bit on PHL 17. Wings up 6-4. Welcome back to halftime of tonight's game between the Buffalo Bandits and Philadelphia Wings. Yesterday, Wings players hosted members of the media for a little box lacrosse 101. Check it out.
With PHL 17 being the home of the Philadelphia Wings lacrosse team,
I gotta give myself my own music.
It only seemed fitting that we sent our PHL 17 morning news team down to the Wells Fargo Center to get some lessons about lax.
I know you gotta do this.
Meteorologist Monica Cryan.
That's springy and squishy. I was not expecting that either.
Anchor Nick Foley. And myself, Matt Alba.
Learning a lot.
We all took the field down at the Wells Fargo Center ahead of the Wings game this Friday night.
I got my own locker.
But before taking us onto the field, the Wings helped us suit up in their locker room.
This is a bit smaller. than I was thinking.
Next, it was time to choose our gear.
So I think I'm gonna go with the black one just to match my outfit. You know, you gotta look good. I got a Wings mouth guard to protect my pearly whites. So I couldn't really talk that well, but.
After a few quick drills, not bad, that was pretty good. It wasn't long before newsroom tensions boiled over and came out on the field.
This is a behind the back pass.
Luckily for me, the ref only saw Monica's cheap shot.
1 more minute.
She's in the penalty box for crying.
But once she came back,
I'm back.
Monica used the lacrosse stick for seemingly everything
It doubles as a microphone.
but to score. So as we look forward to the remainder of the Wings 2019 season, if they ever need some help from the PHL 17 Morning News bench, they now know who to call.
1, 2, 3,
Sure has been a lot of fun. The Wings in their first season back in Philadelphia. PHL 17 crew having some fun and scoring some goals. We'll be back with more after this. Back at halftime, here are the Wings and Bandits. Train where the pros train at the Wings training facility in Voorhees, New Jersey. Visit wingslax.com to improve your game today. Score is 6-4 Philadelphia up on the Buffalo Bandits, and for just the second time this season, the Bandits trail at the half. Alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. It's been a great half. I mean, really, you look at just about everything here. Doug Buchan, in particular, if I had to give a star out through 30 minutes, he's probably mine.
Yes, he is. He's been solid between the pipes. I think that we talked about in the open that the Wings have been off for 2 weeks. Well, the rest is showing. This is an energized team. I really like the effort, the passion. I mean, these guys are all over the floor on offense and defense, and it's been a really great half for them.
What do you think is maybe the difference here? Because Coach Day always talks about, well, they've been very good 5-on-5 against Buffalo, but special teams today look a little different.
Yes, absolutely. The power play's been great for Philadelphia. They're last in the league. Well, they got 2 goals on the power play, and they've got 2 shorthanded goals as well. That's impressive. That's the recipe for a victory. Normally, if they can continue to stay out of the box in the second half, they might have their 3rd W.
So we've talked about goaltending, we've talked about special teams. How about one more, defense? What are you seeing in the defense? Guys like Ryan Wagner able to move the ball forward, but also guys like Liam Patton and others on the backstop.
Great effort out of the back door. Frank Brown back. He's playing offense and defense. Matisse is playing defense, but Anthony Jokum, Liam Burns, Charbonneau, I mean, all the defenders for Philadelphia are playing so well, really getting the ground ball, playing the defense, getting the ground ball, and pushing it up the floor.
We've talked already about how many good things have happened. Now let's go to highlights and just see what broke down the first 30.
Well, Buffalo, you look at it, it's really Hogarth. Look at this great little backhand shot by Hogarth to get it. And then Small with an errant pass and a little dunk shot by Frazier coming off. But Philadelphia, it really started off with Blaze Reardon here reaching around on the goal. Great goal by Reardon. And then Anthony Jokum coming on the transition breakaway, giving a goal that you often don't get much. The St. Joe's product puts it over the shoulder. Then Justin Gutterding scores his first career goal and then assists Rambo on the next. So great effort by these guys to deliver, to put some goals in. They've got 6 different goal scorers for Philadelphia, which is impressive.
They went on a 5-goal run at one point as well, and now they're up 6-4 against the Buffalo Bandits at the end of half. 3rd quarter coming up in just a little bit on PHL 17. Wings Lacrosse is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. 6-4 at halftime, just a couple minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter. Alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson, I'm Andrew Mossberg. It's been a great first 30 for the Wings. We've talked about it. Defense has been good. Offense from all cylinders, not just your Matisse and Crowleys of the world. Doug Buchan good. Is there anything that you can look at in the first 30 and say, well, I would change that?
Well, let's keep in mind what Rich Kilgore said for Buffalo. He underestimated Philadelphia and really the fire that they came out with to set the tone. The Wings defensive players and offensive players seem all over the floor. They're getting a lot of second chance opportunities, which is so critical on offense. And on defense, when the ball's on the ground, they're scooping it up and they're up and out. So that's really impressive that I'm seeing so far out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, and we'll see if the Bandits do try to respond. Certainly they're going to want to. Let's take a look at halftime stats presented by HalfPriceHotTubs.com.
Well, there you go. I think there's your stat. Loose balls are your hustle plays. 40-27. That is just absolute great effort by Philadelphia. That's just running circles around, almost doubling up the Bandits on ground balls, and ground balls lead to possessions, which leads to goals.
What about face-offs? 11-1, Trevor Baptiste.
Pretty impressive. That's what you call make it, take it in this league. And again, let's look at the shots on goal and saves. So you're even up on your saves, but 29, 27 shots respectively, so the goaltending is very good, but it's the hustle plays for Philadelphia that's been so impressive.
And here's Doug Buchan. Take a look. Talk about him already, Scott. So many good things.
And, you heard the conversation. You heard Wagner talk about how great Dougie is playing. Well, Dougie's eating up the ball tonight, so well done, Doug Buchan. The Bandits are coming at him from all angles, outside, inside, on top of him, and Buchan is just answering the bell, blocking the shots. Great saves by Doug Buchan.
You can see Doug Buchan there, already over 20 saves. Before we start the third quarter, let's go downstairs. Justin Gutterding is chatting with our Aaron Dolan.
Justin, you scored your first NLL career goal. What did that mean to you?
It means a lot. It's a lot of hard work I put in, and I got a lot of great teammates who taught me a lot, so I'm extremely grateful.
And what was the message in the locker room?
We had a good first 30 minutes. We just needed to do it again and keep playing hard.
Best of luck to you. Back to you, Andrew.
Justin Gutterding scoring his first goal in the National Lacrosse League. Scott, he's done a lot of good things in this game other than just score that goal.
Absolutely.
As well.
Great player, great talent to have him. But one thing to point out, and he said so importantly, I'm sure that was the theme in the locker room, finish the job. They got another 30 minutes to play. Right now, first half is over. Continue to play impassioned, continue to play hard, hit the ground balls, win the faceoffs. Let's see if they can do that right here with Trevor Baptiste.
Baptiste make it 12 of 13. There was a game at the University of Denver where he went 22 for 22. And now he gets a shot. Vince makes a save. Rebound, Matisse shot. Vince stops another.
These are two teams with different philosophies on faceoffs. However, Buffalo doesn't think that the faceoffs are as important. Philadelphia does. And right now they're getting the possessions which lead with winning the faceoffs, which lead to possessions, which leads to shots, which leads to goals.
And this is going to lead to a Bandits penalty.
Buffalo penalty, 2 minutes, checking from behind.
My eye looked at it like it was Chase Frazier, I believe number 95, and it is, as you'll see him sit for two. The Wings get another power play.
One thing that Buffalo's notorious for, and it's probably more likely back in the 90s, but you get them down and they become aggressive, physical, and physical play leads to penalties.
That can play to your advantage, and it does there. The Wings score. Matt Vince is irate, but Jordan Hall on the power play makes it 7-4 Philadelphia.
Great to see Hall put the ball in the net right there in front on the power play. Gets the ball movement, passes up, gets it back, then goes wraparound shot on Vince. Let's see it from up top. He had the initial block, but then it finds that upper corner. Great shot by Jordan Hall. Another look at it, wrap around the defender, hits Vince, pops in that upper corner. Jordan Hall with the goal.
His 8th of the season, number 44. An opening minute goal for the Philadelphia Wings.
11-year veteran, great to see him, assistant captain. This is a guy that scored 80 goals, 80 points a couple times in his career, just as recently as a couple years ago for Georgia. So Jordan Hall knows how to add goals and assists for his team.
I'm just sitting here thinking more and more, Scott, that it's 7-4, but boy, if it weren't for Matt Vince, it could be way worse. I mean, he has made some really good saves despite what the score is.
No doubt.
So Bandits will try to pull within 2 once more. And they're attacking at Ian McKay, who's been guilty of a penalty, goes behind the net for a shot. And I'm not sure Buchan ever needed to stop it. I think it might have caught the outside of the cage.
Ian McKay, the All-American out of the University of Vermont, trying to get that dunk shot from behind.
Yeah, University of Vermont. You know somebody that went there? Same school as Scott Gabrielson. 150 goals at the collegiate level.
Great player. #1 pickup for Buffalo.
Do you know how many goals you scored at Vermont?
I think I scored 96 in 3.5 years. I got hurt my freshman year. That guy was a prolific scorer.
So had you not gotten hurt, he definitely would not have had as many goals as you. But make sure we're hearing that right. Jordan Durston moves around on the floor. Front of the net, he's sealed off, so he has to divert back. Shot blocked by Charbonneau. Buchan will try to dangerously play it outside his crease. Now he has it. Airmailed out.
Nice swarming defense by Philadelphia. And Buchan gets that ground ball.
Kyle Matisse giving him a lot of room. He shoots, and Matt Vince has to shoulder him off. Coming out is McKay once more. Couple guys with him. He'll drop it back to Desnou's shot is smothered away by Buchan. Desnou picks it up. And McKay, he'll golf it up top.
Good hustle play there. Second chance opportunity for Buffalo. Picking up a ground ball in front of the net.
McKay waits around the line. Delayed penalty. I think Matt Vince just now realizes it. Shot, they score. Chris Cloutier, how about that? Former Philadelphia wing and the rookie scores against his former team for his 11th of the season.
Wow, he gets his payback right there. Cloutier on the far side. Little one-hander was right, comes back to a strong hand left, reaches around Buchan and buries it low. Take another look at it. Big body, gets it to his right hand, back to a strong left, reaches around Buchan, buries it in that low corner.
All right, 11th of the season.
Chris Cloutier, Buffalo needed some, actually they got some talented lefties. Philly was a little heavy on the left-hand side. It ended up being a good trade for both teams. You see Ryan Wagner for Philadelphia on the defensive end contributing, and also now for Buffalo, you see Chris Cloutier putting another point on the board. Last week against Rochester, he had one of his biggest games, 2 goals and 4 assists.
Shot and a goal for the Bandits. They strike back. It is Corey Small with his 26th of the season, and now Buffalo is within 1.
Just like that, folks. This is the National Lacrosse League. Goals come in bunches. Late pickup by Matisse on Small, just so deadly from outside. He likes that low corner, beats Buchan to that far side. Great shot by number 45, Corey Small.
Leads the team in goals, now at 26, 54 points. He's 4th in the NLL for goals this year.
That probably puts him in the top 10. He was on the outside looking into the top 10 scores in the National Lacrosse League. Now Buffalo probably has 3 goal scorers in the top 10 in the entire league.
And Corey Small, early this season we realized it, he is a wings killer. 8 goals against Philadelphia going into tonight. Kevin Crowley has it. Now that game of runs we always talk about needs to be stopped, and the Wings need their answer. How about Frank Brown to the front? How about that? Back up by 2. Frank Brown, 2nd goal of the season, and his lone goal earlier in the year came against Buffalo. He does it again.
Big Frank Brown delivering. He's told Coach Day he'll do whatever it takes. He'll play defense, he'll play offense. Well, right there, you have a defender that's playing offense and just sets up. Great shot, time room, buries it. Huge goal for number 83, Frank Brown. Let's look at him. Nice little pick and roll by Crowley. Looks like it might have even been deflected, but great goal by 83, Big Frank Brown.
Missed the last few games with injury. Boy, is head coach Paul Day happy he's back. And then a big hit into the Wings bench. Oh, getting mean mugged down there. Chase Frazier doesn't like it. The Wings certainly do, so do their fans. And then a little swat taken at Liam Patton by Thomas Hogarth.
Baptiste wasn't happy to lose that draw. He cleanly won the move, but then as he flipped it out, Frazier caught the ball out of his stick, so therefore that's a loss on the face-off, but a great forecheck to turn the ball over.
Well, the best way for the Wings to respond to these after the whistle kind of, I don't know, you want to call them dirty plays by the Bandits, is to score, is to beat the Bandits. They came in here thinking they were going to win. You mentioned it, Scott. They underestimated the Wings. Right now it's Philly's show.
Yep. But again, 2 goals in this league we know is not a very comfortable lead as Parolo brings that ball up the floor.
Up by 2 with 10 to play in the third quarter. High shot, 5-hole score. Doug Buchan is beat from well out by Dane Smith. Known for assists, but he has his 17th of the year to make it an 8-7 game.
Dane Smith, this guy puts up points in bunches right here. Again, just kind of sets himself up to the outside. Looks like Buchan may have been blocked by Evans in front. Looks like a screen by Evans. Buchan probably never even saw that shot, but smart play by Smith. Shooting around Evans, picks that left-hand side. Big goal, 17th of the season to go with 50 assists. This guy's the, where is he in scoring? He's the 4th leading scorer in the National Lacrosse League.
He is, yeah. He was also the NLL's MVP back in 2016. More than runs, now it's just a back and forth affair. Kevin Crowley has it. Spun in front, shot, it rolls in, they score! Crowley gave it off. And it looks like that's Frank Brown's second. 9-7, Philly up by 2.
We're talking about back-to-back goals for Big Frank Brown right here. Brown posts up in front of the net. Crowley finds him. Let's take another look at it. Great pick and roll. Look at all the attention Crowley gets. 2 guys. Brown sets up in front of the net. Crowley sees him. Look at 83 right there. Nice pass, catch, twister, shot, goal by Brown. Way to go, Frank A.
Third goal of the season. They've all come against the Bandits. Picked a good team to score against.
He had a low body injury 4 weeks ago, sat out 2 games before this 2-week break. He needed the rest, coming back on fire, healthy and putting the ball in the net.
And they're happy to have him back. And I look at a game in New England, they were playing on that smaller floor. They could have used a guy like Frank Brown, that physical presence.
Yes, agreed.
So the Bandits will look to respond. And with the way this game's been going on the seesaw effort, Corey Small tried to do a nice hit from Ryan Wagner, although they might say he's guilty of something. He shoved from behind. Here we go, Scott. It's Wings Bandits. You wouldn't expect anything different.
Evans is the player, Buffalo player, down in front of the net. You get the ball in front of the net, anything goes. Wagner came in, cleared the crease. Looks like he got him under the chin.
All right, well, Ryan Wagner's going to go to the box. The Wings are going to go on the penalty kill, but they're up 9-7 right now over the Bandits. Head back to 1980-something when Jenkintown's favorite family, the Goldbergs, on PHL 17 weeknights at 7:30 and 9 o'clock. 9-7 the score, the Wings over the Buffalo Bandits, up by 2 with 9:17 to go in the third quarter, and Ryan Wagner in the box. So now we'll take a look at that.
Keep your eye on 15, Sean Evans. Right there, gets that ground ball, and Wagner comes in high with the cross check right under the chin. Player down.
I think they had to call that one.
Yeah, Wagner in the box. Buffalo on the power play.
All right, so we'll see the Bandits operate here, but the Wings do own a couple of shorthanded goals, so I'm not sure if this is good for the Bandits.
Guy to watch here is going to be 45, but no, it's 15.
Well, pick
Sean
your poison.
Evans.
Either have Corey Small or Sean Evans, and Evans buries his 24th of the year on the power play. It's 8-9.
Sean Evans giving an evil eye to the bench, puts Buffalo on the power play. It's almost a gimme. Great shot, low and away. Buchan couldn't get there. Quick shot, looks like it beat him 5-hole. Evans with a big goal.
He's second to Callum Crawford this year in NLL scoring. And look at that, wow. Yep, he means business. By the way, Scott, have you heard about this Callum Crawford thing going on?
Yeah, I guess so. How about all the points he's putting up, huh?
Well, how about potentially being suspended for 6 games?
Right, yep. So that as well, very controversial.
He's appealing
Players
it.
Association is appealing it.
Yep, he's going to have it
something certainly keep your eye on.
What kind of loss would that be for New England?
Big time. I mean, he's the leading scorer in the National Lacrosse League, 81 points. Put up 12 points against Philadelphia in their last game. 5 goals, 7 assists. That guy can light it up.
Here's Sean Evans on the right side. Trying to tie it. That one bounces off the end of the net. This game has not been Doug Buchan. Doug Buchan with a hit. Crowd behind his net likes that. Buchan will get in the physicality. He pulls his lacrosse stick right out the chin of Sean Evans.
Evans trying to draw the penalty. Referee's going to have none of it.
Look at this. Oh, good hit by Buchan. He's had a good game in net.
Yeah, Matt Vince with a little tomahawk chop right there he got away with.
Anything you can do, I can do better, he tries.
Yes, sir.
Also a reminder, the National Lacrosse League's trade deadline is this Monday at 3 o'clock, so we will wait and see. But whoever the Wings roster is after Monday, that's our guys the rest of the way. Rochester Nighthawks just got done making a bevy of moves.
As they sit at the bottom of the Eastern Division, in 2-8. Looking to try to better their team.
So Wings out shooting the Bandits 32-30 right now. And in this 9-8 game, Kevin Crowley will dance around. Just 1 goal for Crowley. He's tossed off the ball, cause turnover, and the Bandits will exchange the other way. DeSnoo up through the gut, pass in front. Nice swatting play by Liam Patton on the back check. Josh Courier in on the left side, waits. And he hands it off. Crowley, front of the net shot, and he misses. There's Matt Rambo. Waiting, he'll juggle it to the front of the net. His shot, rolling, oh. Vince didn't know where it was. It's behind him, but not in the net.
Shot clock winding down, Rambo took the shot. Nice save, Matt Vince.
McKay corrals, and then he finds a cross-floor pass to Hogarth. Off to Evans. To Cloutier. There was Chris Cloutier for Ryan Wagner in a deal a few weeks ago, and Cloutier steps in the crease, so that is not a goal. Liam Burns on the other side of things. Hand off for Matisse.
New 5 on the floor for Philadelphia. Coach Day going with the triple towers on the right side. Frank Brown 6'3", Matisse 6'5", Crowley 6'4", trying to get some big boys on the right-hand side.
That ball was a mile high in the air. Routine pop fly in baseball, but the Bandits hold on. Speaking of baseball, Bryce Harper is a Philly. Have to mention that. One of the biggest,
like that.
Yeah, one of the biggest signings in Philadelphia sports history when it comes to free agency. 13 years, $330 million. In other words, a little less than Scott Gabrielson, but close.
It's been since 2008 since the Phillies have won the World Series. Philadelphia got a taste of winning with the Philadelphia Eagles just a year ago, so they're looking for more. Great move by the Philadelphia Phillies.
Winning attitude in this city, and of course, head coach and general manager Paul Day looking to bring that to the National Lacrosse League's team. We've talked so much about the decorated past in Philadelphia with Wings winning championships. Every game, Scott Gabrielson wears a ring to talk about one of them. 9-8, Wings up late in the third quarter. We've got less than 5 to play in the third quarter. The Wings up 9-8. Let's go to our third voice, Aaron Dolan.
Andrew, one thing we talked about all season was the Wings' stamina. They struggled either off the bat or on the back end. Now with this 19-day break, the Wings looked recharged despite the Bandits cutting their lead in the third quarter. Now Coach Rubel said in the huddle that we can't get flat-footed. We need to find space and get the ball in the back of the net. This rivalry is definitely starting to make this play chippy, but the Wings still have high energy on and off the bench. Back to you guys.
Aaron, you're right, because the Wings did not come out rusty, and Scott and I talked about it. 3-week layoff, 19-day layoff to be exact, and you can expect that, but I think the Wings have been gun-ho since the start of this game.
Yes, they have, and again, that could be a double-edged sword. You could get a little rusty, a little out of shape after 2 weeks, but these guys are just showing, their commitment to their workouts, because they've got some great stamina tonight. There's no fatigue on this floor.
Well, the last time the Wings were out, they were playing, nice save by Doug Buchan. He shoulders off an effort. The Wings played a home-and-home on back-to-back nights against the New England Black Wolves, and this is the first of 2 games on back-to-backs for Buffalo. They are back home tomorrow at Key Bank Center hosting the Georgia Swarm.
No easy task there for the 9-2 Bandits.
Not. I think in that case, you almost want to just make sure you at least win the first game of that set, because you're probably going to be more tired in the second one, and Georgia's a pretty darn good team as well.
Yes, for sure.
Marching ahead, big hit on Kevin Crowley. He was taken down from behind by Sweeting. But now 21 in the opposite colors. Justin Martin flagged one over the net. And the ball rolling out off of them, so this is Buffalo ball in the attacking end with a fresh 30.
Come on, Muppet!
A lot of pushing up top. Cloutier drops it. Found Small. Then Evans shot. Doug Buchan continues to play well. Hit from behind. Buchan making a little bit of physical play. Had to be very careful, though. He left his whole net open, and he's lucky Chase Frazier didn't get a hat trick.
Nice defense by Liam Burns.
Here's Frank Brown. Speaking of hat trick, he's on a watch. He's got 2. Kevin Crowley up high, stopped by Vince.
New 30. Good second chance opportunity there. Reardon with the ground ball.
Shot Courier, he scores! Josh Courier is first of the game, 18th of the season. Vince doesn't like it, and the Wings are up by 3. It's 11-8.
Josh Kerr is just about to say he's been a little quiet tonight. Hadn't been on the scoreboard, but he answers right when it's time. Number 27, just great athlete. Look at him just push that ball to that far corner, running away from the net. Just beats O'Connor down the line. Reaches around Vince. Vince is not happy. He tried to get to that far pipe, couldn't get there. Josh Courier beats him. 18th goal on the season with 14 assists, 31 points. He's 4th on the team in scoring, and a lot of them very exciting. Courier's pretty impressive. 4-time All-American from Virginia Wesleyan, one of the greatest Division III players to ever play the game. Guy scored 88 goals his senior year to go with 32 assists, 120 points. Josh Kerr is a guy that can put the ball in the net, that's for sure.
And he's been quiet in this game, but he's got 3 or more points in each of his last 5. So maybe he's in store for a big second half. Dylan Evans will march it out. And more pushing and shoving. You can see the physicality, some checks being thrown by both teams. Rambo on the net. Vince able to stop him. Now Jordan Hall, oh, he was hit low, and Hall is slow getting up on all fours. The Bandits are going the other way, and Hall is gonna, I imagine, trot off. Meanwhile, Doug Buchan with another good save.
Hall looks like he took a butt end to the lower area. Good to see him running off without anything more serious than that.
Josh Courier, recent goal scorer, waits a little bit. Keep an eye on Hall, see if he comes back out. Gutterding to the front. Oh, what a leaping shot effort, and Matt Vince falling backwards to make the save.
Great slip pick by Gutterding. Catch that ball, shot all in one motion. Better save by Matt Vince.
Minute 20 to go in the third quarter. Wings up by a pair. Evans twirls away from a hit. Boucher trying to get himself free. Liam Patton's on top of the former wing, and then a shot from the side. Evans running out of time, just put one on the net. Buchan with an easy save.
Wagner matching up on Evans so well. Great defense by number 94.
As was Patton on Cloutier.
Yes, agreed.
Blaze Reardon, 1 goal in this game, a goal in every game this season. His effort for a second one is stopped by the chest protector of Matt Vince. Buffalo goes marching up. A lot of room for McCade's shot. Good block by Kevin Crowley. I don't even know if he meant to. He was falling down anyway.
Crowley selling out, diving in front of the shot. Great effort.
Shot clock comes unplugged with 20 seconds to go. Doug Buchan heads off. 6-on-5 for the Wings to start the end sequence of this third quarter.
Philadelphia's pulled the goalie. Buchan is on the bench. 6 offensive players against 5 for Buffalo.
Crowley, shoot, and he scores! Kevin Crowley, second goal of the night, 18th of the season. The Wings are up by 3 with 2.4 to go in the third quarter.
What a great decision by Paul Day. Pull the goalie, 6-on-5, extra man offense. Crowley, top of the key, time room, just lets it rip. Look at Vince, he had that pipe shut off, but Crowley just beats him underneath his elbow. Let's take another look at it. He had that pipe all covered up. Crowley sneaks it in. Big goal by Philadelphia with 2.4 to go in the third.
Well, that's a way to end the third quarter on a high note. Blaze Reardon should be given an assist on that as well, as does Matt Rambo. 11-8, the Wings are up, and we are going into the final quarter of this game. Chance to beat the best team in the NLL coming up. Bring your team or organization to a Wings game for a one-of-a-kind experience. Find out more about group tickets, special pricing, and fundraising by calling 215-952-LAX1 or visit wingslax.com. See our Wings dancers down at the floor here at the end of the third quarter. Take a look at the scoring by quarter. Scott, it's been pretty close. Really, that second quarter for the Wings has helped make the difference.
Yes, it has. Well, we're getting into the final 15, and this is the most important quarter for the Philadelphia Wings. Coach Day often says play 4 quarters. They need to play 4 quarters right now. Again, you heard the theme tonight, hard work and trust. These guys got to trust each other through this fourth quarter to come away from with the victory. Coach Paul Day getting his guys rallied in front of the home crowd. Again, one thing to point out, talk about this great home field advantage. The Wings are averaging over 11,000 fans per game. Tonight, they're at 10,805 in the building.
Wow. And they've been allowed 10,805 for sure. Might have an opportunity to see the Wings win. They can say they were here for the first time, that Philadelphia's had a lead after 3 quarters this season. Buffalo lost their only game trailing after 3. And what does that tell you? They've only trailed prior to this game one time after the third quarter. My goodness. This is what I see as a desperate team. That's what the Wings are. They're playing desperate, and because of it, they're being rewarded.
Great effort. It's hustle all over the floor. Really impressive.
Yeah, we haven't been talking about one guy with a 5-goal night or anything like that. It's just been a lot of distribution around this team. Forwards, defense, everybody chipping in. Goaltending.
But they got to continue to go forward, try to put more goals on the board. Got to play to win, not preserve the lead.
Now, often when you do that, you end up being behind. Wings unfortunately know that feeling. Fourth quarters have been tough at times. Here comes Dane Smith, fronted, scooped in on Buchan, and they score. Chris Cloutier does it again. His second goal of the night, 12th of the season.
Chris Cloutier, little payback. Coach Day right there with his second goal of the night. He's such a big body. He's about 270 pounds. Look at the bull rush by Smith, and then Cloutier coming across the crease, dives to the far pipe, but then pulls it back to the near side. Great goal by Cloutier.
He's looking comfortable in his new home. Couple games with the Bandits. Had a 6-point effort against the Rochester Nighthawks. That was a 16-9 win for Buffalo a couple weeks back.
Change is good sometimes, and for Cloutier, it's working out. He went 4 or 5 straight games without a goal for Philadelphia. Philly wanted to take a chance on some of the other lefties, one of them being Justin Gutterding, who's got a goal and assists already tonight. Hit it.
You mentioned so far so good for Cloutier. I'd like to think the same for Ryan Wagner. I think both teams have benefited equally from this trade.
Trades are normally made to fill a void on your roster, and both teams benefited from it.
Shot caught iron, now ricochet out to the middle of the turf here at Wells Fargo Center. Picked up by Buffalo's Chase Frazier. Over to Evans. Big shot, that one scales high and hits the safety netting. Sean Evans, one of the most prolific scorers in the NLL, not just today, but over the last several years. But one of his coaches is John Tavares, and perhaps none better than Tavares in NLL history.
18 years in the league, retired at 38 years old. He's the guy behind the bench right now, teaching these young players and even veteran players of the Buffalo Bandits how to get it done, because he was one of the best ever doing it.
And there's another athlete that you may know or have heard named John Tavares, and that is no mistake. The nephew of Bandits co-coach John Tavares is John Tavares of the Toronto Maple Leafs in the NHL. Previously was captain of the New York Islanders for a very long time. Battle for a loose ball picked up by the Bandits.
Lacrosse player in his own right, but decided to go NHL instead.
Worked out with the contract he signed in the offseason, I'll tell you that much.
That's for sure.
In front, Doug Buchan squares up. That one doesn't go through. And Doug Buchan turning on his brick wall. In front, Dane Smith gonna try and beat it. This one goes wide, Wings are gonna pick it up. Struggling to get it on a clean hop is Steph Charbonneau. He's whacked at from behind by Hogarth. Gets tangled up, Weiss involved in it. Picked up by Brownell.
Great effort right now by both teams. Contested ground balls.
Soft effort thrown in from Hogarth. Buchan denies it. Here's Ryan Wagner. I'm not used to seeing him walk so gingerly. He is the fastest guy I have seen on this team. Wagner from that north-south game, he can really turn on the Jets.
Philly going with 3 righties, 2 lefties, Gutterding and Hall on the left-hand side.
And a whistle will put play to halt. It's going to give Buffalo the opportunity.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on Philadelphia. It looks like it's going to be a penalty on Crowley.
Philadelphia penalty number 21, 2 minutes holding the stick.
Well, it's an important kill for sure. This can be a 1-goal game if the Bandits score.
Not a time in this ball game that you want to get penalties. If anything, this is when you play smart and error-free.
So behind the net, here's Buffalo, and then they reach out front. Oh, Corey Small got hit, I think, by Sean Evans unintentionally. Friendly fire, and Small immediately hunched over near the bench. He seems a little in discomfort.
A little rare errant pass by Buffalo on their power play.
Ball skips over Courier. And then his shot denied by Matt Vince. Minute 15 to operate with on the Bandits' power play.
Again, the two guys to watch on the power play are 45 on the left-hand side. Small, who's got 11 power play goals, and then Evans 15 down low. He's got 10 power play goals.
And can get to the gritty areas of the crease and right on top of it, but Evans being held off for now. Wings trying to box out the man advantage. Shot on at the end of the clock. Doug Buchan denies it anyway. Buchan with 34 saves so far. 9:46 to go in quarter 4. He has been the answer for the Wings. They're up 11-9 here in the 4th. This presentation of Philadelphia Wings lacrosse on PHL 17 is brought to you by Play Golden 777, the new scratch off from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by halfpricehottubs.com. 11-9 in favor of the Wings here with 9:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Wings will be taking on the Black Wolves at Wells Fargo Center next up. It's going to be Saturday on the March 23rd. The penultimate game for the homestand this season. They also play the Calgary Roughnecks at the end of their homestand, which is April 6th, and then they play the last 3 games of the year on the road.
All even strength right now. Buchan's got 38 saves on the night on 47 shots. Time to continue to block that ball. Philadelphia on the offensive.
So with a 2-goal lead, the Wings would certainly like to pad this a little more if able. They are shorthanded, but that has not stopped them. 2 shorties already tonight, including Justin Gutterding, and then Vince having to sprawl down, and he'll gladly take a little shove at Kyle Matisse. That's just how this game's been going right now. You get that close to the goaltender.
I said they were all even. They're not. Last 15 seconds on this power play for Buffalo.
Cross floor shot was attempted, and then the first one missed. Then Sean Evans had that second effort, and Doug Buchan standing up.
Great catch and release by Evans. Almost got it under the arm of Buchan, but instead he made the big save. Now we're at even strength, 5-on-5.
Gutterding has one, roll off a block from one of the Bandits. Dane Smith, the big man, gives it back, a shot. And Kevin Brownell cannot get past Doug Buchan, along with the rest of his teammates.
Fresh 5 for Buffalo. Frazier, Durston, Small.
The Bandits have began taking over in terms of shot efforts, though. They do outshoot the Wings right now, 45-42. That's a category the Wings have led for the bulk of this game. Then a shot on, Buchan made the save, and it's picked up by Chet Konechny. Good note to point out on your screen, you can have free access for Bleacher Report Live March 13th through the 17th. This also includes the NBA League Pass, and it's important because PHL 17 will not cover our road game next Saturday. The Wings are out west If you're a night owl, you can enjoy that 10 o'clock game against another expansion team, the San Diego Seals.
West Coast tour.
You went on that as a player. How was it?
Always fun to go there, but a tough, long trip, depending on when your next game is.
Take any red eyes ever? West to east?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the only one. They're out in Saskatchewan at some point later in the year. Calgary will be coming to Wells Fargo Center. Shot Matt Vince with a big save. Kyle Matisse robbed point blank. And Dane Smith on the other side. Twirls away from a hit, and his shot will be denied by Doug Buchan.
Dane Smith really using his size, getting in front of the net, throwing that shoulder down, trying to bull in. Buchan with another huge save.
And how about that? And that shot brings the Bandits to 50. Doug Buchan with 41 saves so far. Night not over yet. Liam Burns has it. Doug Buchan's performance tonight kind of similar to the one he had against New England when the Wings beat them here at Wells Fargo Center 3 weeks back.
Yep. Really strong.
Jordan Hall to the front, and also very good to see Jordan Hall out there. He was slow getting up a little bit ago. He picks up the loose ball, forced turnover, and then he's mean mugged down. That has got to be a penalty. Pitch to Snoo. I don't know what he's thinking there.
Great forecheck by Hall to turn the ball over, and then to Snoo just gets him one-handed, wraps him under the net. Oh,
Buffalo
man.
penalty number 12, 2 minutes holding.
Only a hold for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if it would be more. And I don't know if head coach Paul Day believes it should or not.
Good to see Hall up, knees bent back awkwardly. He's back on the power play. Let's see if Hall's the guy that can put the ball in the net right here.
Wings do have the NLL's worst power play. However, 13 goals on the power play. 7 of those 13 have come in the last 3 games.
Well, they're 2 for 4 tonight, so 50% is better than they've done all season.
Certainly is.
Let's see if they can get another one on the board.
Waiting side of the net for Courier. The room was sealed away by Vince. A goal on a power play with about 5.5 minutes to go. That could do wonders for the Wings if they go up by 3 at this juncture.
Yes, then the clock is on your side. Use the shot clock all 30 and just burn it down.
Stutter step front of the net, shorthanded. And Doug Buchan is, Doug Buchan's down. Well, freight training him was Jordan Durston, and this is not good. And immediately, the Wings defense asking for the athletic trainer to come out. Oh, man.
Durston's a big boy coming across
Look at
that
this.
crease.
Buffalo penalty number 78, 2 minutes goaltender interference.
Well, that's the right call. They're going to give goalie interference. Oh. The overhead, I don't think, gives it as much justice as that one.
Little elbow to the face. I'm going to say it's a little, okay, there's
Maybe.
your butt end right to the chin as Durston comes through. Hits Buchan. Goalie interference, 2 minutes. Buchan back in there.
Initially, when I looked at the replay, I didn't think it was all that bad, but bringing the athletic trainer in could certainly mean something. David DeRusio on the bench if needing to make the call. DeRusio and Buchan both with wins on the season, although DeRusio's came in 12 minutes of action.
Buchan,
5 on 3.
Buchan's having such a great night. He wants to go all 60 minutes and get a win.
As he should. So the Wings have 59 seconds to work with on a 5 on 3. Afterwards, they'll have a little under a minute of 5 on 4 time. But it is Bandits ball, and that means time to kill the clock. Although you're down by 2, so do you go for it shorthanded? I imagine not too many 3 on 5 goals scored.
No, but there's Evans. You never know. Look at it. Evans draws the penalty.
Yep. Hooking against Liam Patton. It'll be 4 on 3. 4:42 to go in the fourth quarter. This game is kind of getting to that nail-biting stage. It's staying close.
Philadelphia penalty, 2 minutes for hooking.
Liam Patton going for hooking. It'll be 4-on-3, 4:42 to go in the fourth. Wings up by 2. (11-9) Wings up on the Bandits by 2 late. Show your support and wear your wings. Check out shopwingslax.com and order your swag. It's time now for the play of the game, presented by Geico.
And the Geico play of the game comes courtesy of Anthony Jokum right here in the transition breakaway. Little fake far finish near one of the other guys for the Philadelphia Wings on the Geico play of the game. Breakaway goal, Anthony Jokum. Defensive specialist got the game to 6-2. Great goal by Anthony Jokum. Our Geico play of the game.
Geico announcing a long-term partnership with the National Lacrosse League, a big deal for the NLL as well, and part of the, I guess you could say, baby step process that this league is trying to do to cultivate that mainstream attention that you see some of these other leagues get.
Great sponsorship, we thank Geico. Three-on-4 situation right here. Buffalo, DeSnoop coming out of the box right now.
Yeah, neither team has really been able to pull away from the other at any point in this game. I mean, the Wings at one point did have that 5-goal unanswered run. Late in the first, leaked into the second. But it's been close all along. Jordan Hall wants to try and open the gap a little more, but he can't get it through Vince.
What a great save by Vince. Jordan Hall, again, it's 4-on-4 right now. This really opens up the field for both teams to have 4-on-4, and in this situation, a lot of room on the field.
Doug Buchan makes a stop, and then as he tries to scoop it up, the Bandits take it away from him. Matt Vince well out his crease. He's waiting for instructions to go to the bench. 5-on-4 for Buffalo. Shot, they score! And having a little bit of something to say to the Philly faithful, Chase Frazier. The only hat trick in this game for either side, is 22nd of the year. It's 10-11.
That play goes to Thomas Hogarth, though, by getting that ground ball from underneath Buchan's stick to set up Frazier from up top. Frazier with the swim move over Wagner. Look at this, sets him up, swims over, comes in front of the cage, finishes to the far side pipe. Great goal by Chase Frazier, his hat trick on the night. None bigger than that to bring it within 1.
And the Bandits now at double digits in scoring. Their lowest total of the season was 12. They averaged nearly 15. And by the way, their goal differential is best in the league, plus 43 going into this game.
Great face-off win by Baptiste. Philadelphia with the ball. So we're about to go under 3 minutes. Crucial time for Philadelphia. Every possession is so critical.
Fans on the edge of their seat here, I imagine. Josh Courier gives it back up. A 2-goal lead could do a lot now, too. High shot, Vince gets it in his chest. And he'll skim it all the way down. Getting it is Weiss. He'll go in, the shot bounced off the floor and hops over to Ryan Wagner's stick.
3-on-2 rush for Buffalo. Big save by Buchan.
5-a-side lacrosse, Eric Schul. With 2:25 to go. All of the near 11,000 fans still here. Many in seats. I have imagined they'll be getting out of those momentarily to their feet. Matisse juggles, waits, and his shot banks off the end boards and pops out. Gilray. Matt Gilray, 81, heads off Vince again, standing well out of his net, just looking for any kind of instruction. Under 2 minutes to play.
It's the time you really got to keep your eye on Evans.
And there he was, another shot, another save for Buchan.
We've seen this movie before. Evans was the one that scored with under a minute in the first game of the season here at Philadelphia. Philadelphia now needs to work the clock, take a full shot clock.
Gutterding looking, and there's 10 seconds left on that shot clock. 1:20 in the fourth. Shot, and he missed the net. Rambo tries to kick it to himself, was looking for a fresh 30, can't. Here's Desneux. Defense hands it over to Hogarth. Then in shot, they score with 1:07 left. Corey Smalls, 27th of the year, makes this an 11-11 tie.
There it is, folks. This is the National Lacrosse League. It is never over until the final horn. And Corey Small makes sure that that's certain right there. Outside shot, just rips one from outside. Peppers that upper right-hand corner, ties up this ball game with 1:07 to go. We talked about Small in the open. He's the leading goal scorer for the Buffalo Bandits. None bigger than that one.
That is the first time the game has been tied since Kevin Crowley made it 2-2 just over 10 minutes into the first quarter. And Buffalo has not had a lead in this game. 50 seconds to go, here they go, chance to make it happen. Doug Buchan stands up. Oh, this is a pressure situation. Trevor Baptiste is gonna look to kick it away. 40 seconds, keep your eye on the clock, and timeout.
Wow. For all the face-offs that were key all night, none bigger than that one, and Buffalo won it, had possession, got the ball, timeout Buffalo, 41.4 seconds to go in regulation.
And you've got John Tavares giving you instructions, one of the best all-time, if not the best all-time. I imagine he's been in situations like this before as a player.
The ball normally ended up in his stick when he was playing, but right now you've got the #2 scorer in the National Lacrosse League in Sean Evans. You've got Corey Small. Look for the Bandits to probably pull the goalie, pull Vince out. Maybe a little dangerous to do that right now, but again, they're looking to create probably a pick screen from up top and a big shot from outside.
Take a look at how this game got tied. The Bandits fought back in the fourth.
Start Cloutier, then Frazier, and then the big goal right there by Corey Small to tie it up 11-11. Small, as we said in our open, he's been the Wings killer. 5-1 the first game, 3-3 the second. Tonight, he just has that goal, none bigger than the tying ball game. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist.
The Wings are on their most important defensive stretch of this game. 22 seconds and ticking from a shot clock for the Bandits. Under half a minute to go in an 11-11 game. Fans showing their support, many on their feet. Dane Smith hands it off. In front, nice seal away by Anthony Jokum. Dylan Evans picks it up. Wait a minute, what are they calling?
Shot clock violation on Buffalo. As soon as Philly got possession or the shot clock violation, Paul Day called timeout.
Okay. I heard fans booing, and at first I was thinking a penalty. At this point, this is where you want to see all the officials put their whistles away, am I right?
Yep, the play was drawn up very nicely. Buffalo did not execute on it. Great cut down the center lane, but an errant pass. Paul Days wants to know where that ball is going to be started once the Wings have possession. Will it be back at goal line extended, or will it be at mid-floor?
Tracy Koluski is drawing up the play for the Wings on this possession.
Philadelphia Wings faithful on their feet at the Wells Fargo Center. 10.9 seconds to go. Tracy Kelusky drew up the play. Doug Buchan out of the net. Wings 6 on 5 advantage, 1 player advantage. The referee's going to put 12 seconds on the clock.
Starting back in their own end. No Doug Buchan. 6 on 5. Here we go. Trotted in by Reardon, and Rambo has it. Reardon immediately goes to the front of the net. Ball holds, 2 seconds, 1 shot, and no. Matt Vince on the goal line. They had it that close. We have reached 60 minutes of play, and it is a tie. 11-11 is the score. We're going to overtime at Wells Fargo Center up next. $60 minutes are in the books. The two teams have combined for over 100 shots on goal, and Doug Buchan and Matt Vince have helped push this game to overtime.
Trevor Baptiste at the X right now. He's won 20 of 26 faceoffs. None bigger than right now as the Wings and Bandits are knotted at 11. Winner, our next goal wins.
Chase Frazier will oppose Baptiste. He has a hat trick in this game. No player with more goals than him. Philadelphia 0-1 in overtime. Their only game past regulation was their second of the season. They lost 11-10 to Toronto in the Great White North. Buffalo begins their first play of overtime, and it's Wings ball. They're awarded possession right off the bat.
Baptiste does his job, wins that clamp, gets the ground ball. Immediately, Paul Day calls timeout.
It's overtime, so you think fast and furious because you want to win this game, but at the same time, for a coach, maybe now's the time to slow it down.
Exactly. You heard Paul Day say it earlier in the game. He said, we've been winning the 5v5 against Buffalo. Remember, he said we're +3 against Buffalo. They want that 5-on-5 opportunity. They got it. Baptiste did his job, wins his 21st of 27 faceoffs. Now Tracy Kelusky's going to draw up a play to see if the Wings can win it in OT.
What a win this could be for Philadelphia. Before they go back on the road, they have a chance to get their 3rd victory of the season. The only 2 previous have come in this building, Wells Fargo Center. The Wings trying to channel their energy here in front of the home crowd.
Matt Vince has got 43 saves on 54 shots. Doug Buchan has 50 saves on 61 shots. It's been a defensive battle, great goaltending battle. Let's see if the Wings can go up on their 5-on-5 offense.
Without looking, I do believe that's the most saves Doug Buchan has made in a game this season. Kyle Matisse hands it over. The Wings won the draw on their awarded possession. Crowley up top. Vince will basket that effort away. And here go the Bandits. Dane Smith, or rather Desneux, handing off to Dane Smith. Other way around. .30 seconds into overtime. All you need is 1. In front, the ball falls out of the pocket for Frazier. He hands it back to Small, high shot. Stop with the left leg, kicked on to Buchan, and he'll grab it, hand it out to Evans. Dylan Evans marches ahead. The fans on their feet in Philadelphia. What an atmosphere this game is. Look at this place. Everybody up.
Defensive personnel off the floor. Wings are going to go with 3 lefties, Rambo, Hall, and Reardon. 2 righties, Crowley, Matisse.
And in front plays Reardon. Misses the effort. Jordan Hall picks up the possession, though. Wings running out of time, and the shot clock bleeds to 0. Bandits possession. So in mid-floor, they'll juggle around. They've already wasted 10 seconds of their shot clock, though, just trying to get that set up.
Cloutier now, Chris Cloutier now on the floor. Could be a Wings killer. with paybacks, but Evans is up top too.
Oh, backhand shot from Evans. What a chance that could have been. He scored some highlight reel goals in his career. That was nearly another. In front, oh, Doug Buchan, it went through his legs, rolls out, but doesn't cross the goal line.
Wow, great save by Doug Buchan.
Dylan Evans once more after. Fans having their heart skip a beat on that one. Dylan Evans.
Sean Evans behind the back, unbelievable shot, no look. Buchan, then Evans tries to come in, knock it in. That ball just snuck under Buchan's legs, but that was well outside the goal.
Yeah, well, I believe there may be a video review of this, and it is, but Scott, you and I just got the angle in advance. I don't think there's any evidence that suggests otherwise. This is not a goal.
Nope.
So we continue to wait. We're going a little long here.
This is the National Lacrosse League. Nothing better for excitement, nothing better than scoring, fans on their feet. Great game at the Wells Fargo Center, 11-11. The Wings playing against their nemesis, the Buffalo Bandits, the #1 team in the National Lacrosse League. Couldn't get any better. Wings trying to give their faithful a victory at home in overtime.
No goal. So we saw it, but in case you need any further clarification, the officials will do that job for us. Because of that, I do believe Philadelphia has the possession. Kyle Matisse will wait for the ball deep in his own end while the Wings set up formation on the other side of the turf.
Steve Parolo's going to match up with Hall. DeSnu on Crowley. Matisse and Crowley, the two righties. 3 on the left-hand side for Philadelphia.
Here's Crowley. He gets in front. Shot. Crowley denied by Vince. Crowley did a really good stutter step, juked a man out, cut to the cage. And Matt Vince with the solution. It was Corey Small. He hands it down to Ian McKay, the transition player for Buffalo. Now Dane Smith in front, small shot, bounces on. Doug Buchan makes the save. He'll get it in his mid. A little bit of pushing and shoving overtime. Doesn't mean you can't stop doing that. Liam Patton on the left wing. And he'll merry-go-round himself out. Diverts to Hall. Changes being made for the Wings.
Back and forth, great effort by both teams. Defense is stout.
Kevin Crowley about 3 minutes into overtime. Matt Rambo shoots, and that one hits the end boards. Uh-oh, here come the Bandits. Other way, Wings have to get quick on their horses. McKay comes in, stunner steps, drop off, hands it, and then McKay will get it again. Can't find a lane. This one will skipper off the ground and bounce back to the Bandits. They still are on the same shot clock, though. That is down to 12 seconds.
Couple good chances there for McKay.
Very small, nice takedown, turnover. Liam Burns gets it, and then it pops out of his stick. Shored away by Small. Burns tries to feed it out. Eventually gets it to Patton, and play is halted.
Great forechecking by Buffalo. Wings did not clear the ball. Goes back to Buffalo. Buffalo calling timeout. I think it's a smart timeout by Coach John Tavares, Rich Kilgore. Very erratic play. The guys were tired. Take a break, give them a breather, get on the board, drop a play.
Chopper trying to get the fans in it here at Wells Fargo Center. 11:22 to go in overtime. We've passed 3.5 minutes plus, and we go until it ends, Scott. There are no ties in the NLL.
No, sir. This what makes it so exciting. John Tavares drawing up a play. Going to look for some picks. Looks like it's going to come from the right-hand side, if you see his play whiteboard. Let's see if they can execute. Chris Cloutier on the field, number 2. See if he can get the payback goal against his former team.
This game kicked off about 2.5 hours ago at a primetime start of 8 o'clock here at Wells Fargo Center on a Friday night. Only remaining Friday game. Got a couple Saturday tilts left. So here we go. 9 more shots for the Bandits than the Wings, but both teams have their scoreboard read 11. Chris Cloutier dangles with it. And off across to Small. Up top shot, that one is blocked. And Small almost picked up a ball in no man's land for anybody else but him. That could have been a grand opportunity, and it's forfeited away.
Yeah, big ground ball missed right there. He was by himself in front of the net.
Might have been the end of this game, but we play on. And the Wings with possession. 10 seconds to go in their shot clock. High up top is Hall to Crowley. Waiting, shooting. Matt Vince denying a man. It was Reardon with that effort. Courier and Matisse trying to strip a player, but they can't. Desnu will walk away with it. Ball bounces off a Bandit stick. Wings possession.
Great job by Kevin Crowley to play defense in the forechecking. Led to a turnover.
Now Matisse has to protect himself. 3 guys on top of him. Matisse just absolutely mean mucked. Kevin Crowley walks away with it though. Front of the net shot, and Matt Vince denies him. Crowley's second big effort in overtime, swallowed up by the veteran netminder.
Great forechecking by Buffalo to answer that. Had Matisse locked in on the boards. Crowley came out with the ball. Big save by Vince.
Shot, and they score, and in overtime it ends off the stick of Chase Frazier. His 4th of the game, 5 minutes, 18 seconds into OT. A heartbreaker. The only lead the Bandits get all game long is the last of the contest in overtime.
Chase Frazier with a bomb from outside. Buchan wasn't ready, just took that shot from way outside. Little hitch, buries that far low and away corner for Frazier. Let's take another look at it. Sets up outside, low and away, just gets under the left-hand glove of Buchan. Let's see it again, bang. Low 90-degree corner. Frazier with the win. Bandits win in overtime.
And quieting the crowd in Philadelphia.
Big game by Frazier. 4 goals for Frazier on the night. None bigger than that one right there. To close the door on Philadelphia.
Yeah, Bandits will improve to 10-2 on their season. The Wings dropping to 2-9. This was such a good effort from a Philadelphia Wings team, and a shame to see them fall short.
Yep, heartbreaker for Philadelphia. You got to play 4 quarters. You got to play 60 minutes. Sometimes you have to play longer, and Buffalo played longer and had the win, 12-11 in OT.
Once again, the final score from Wells Fargo Center, 12-11. Bandits win in overtime. Visit NLL.com for an all-access pass to the National Lacrosse League and get the latest news, highlights, stories, and more. For Scott Gabrielson and Aaron Dolan, I'm Andrew Mossbrooks. Coming up next on PHL 17, it's Action News on PHL 17. Good night from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia.